Hey Nash, what should we make?
We made that caramelized onion pasta sauce a while back. Let's see if we can turn that into a lasagna.
All right, let's make caramelized onion lasagna. Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen, where we take 2 or more dishes that we like and put them together and see if we can't create something awesome and new. Not too long ago, we made Chef Boyd Brown's caramelized onion pasta sauce with pasta.
This caramelized onion pasta gained over 35 million views collectively last month, which was insane. If you haven't made it yet, make it.
It definitely lived up to the hype. It was awesome. A lot of you watched that video, probably made it. It's super good. So I got to thinking, what if we used that sauce and made a caramelized onion lasagna? So today we're gonna make a caramelized onion lasagna. I'm excited. I think it should be really good, but come on this journey with me and let's find out. Without further ado, let's go. All right, we start with a bunch of onions. Yeah, that many. Then we get out a slicer, like a mandolin, or a knife, it's up to you. But if you use a mandolin, be careful. Use a guard, something like this, so you don't slice your fingers off. And we wanna just thin slice our onions. Then we wanna grate 1 thing of mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan. And I think this should be about enough onions. Then with some fire, a pan on medium heat, we add a little bit of avocado oil, and we toss in a pound of whatever type of meat you want to use. You could use ground beef. I'm using ground turkey just because it's what I have here, and that's what we're using. So yeah, use whatever you want. You want ground pork, ground beef, ground turkey, you want to mix the two, or 2 of those, go for it. Up to you. It's your world. I can just show it to you.
I can show you the world.
Get that broken up, whatever you happen to be cooking, and then we just let that cook. Once your meat starts to brown, give it a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Get that all stirred in. Once your meat is nice and brown, you can go ahead and kill the heat and then remove it to a different vessel. All right, now heat back on. No need to clean the pan because these are all going into the same sauce. So we know what to do with onions. Melt some butter. Then once our butter's melted, we go in with our onions, probably a little bit at a time, and wait till they sort of soften a little bit before we add more. Hit them with a little bit of salt just to aid the caramelization process and the softening process along. And then we just let these cook and add onions as these reduce until all your onions are reduced and caramelized. While we're getting these onions caramelized, you should have enough time to watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and probably the Hobbit trilogy as well. And then when they're a nice golden brown, as caramelized as you'd like, you could take them even darker than this. And then we kill the heat and transfer them to a large bowl. And then while your onions are cooling down a little bit, take out a medium-sized bowl with the thing of all the cheese we grated, minus about a handful from that mozzarella earlier. We add about 1/3 of the Parmesan we grated, 1 and 2 small things of ricotta or 1 large thing. Then I'm just gonna get this stuff combined. Honestly, using your hands would probably be easier, but I chose to do it this way, so I must follow through because I'm stubborn like that. And then to this, we want to add a little bit of salt, some pepper, a little bit of basil, a little bit of oregano, 1 egg, just to help bind things. Not really any other reason than that. Then we get this all incorporated and stirred around. And once you're happy with it, or you've just given up, then we set this aside. So then we take out our onions. We add in a good amount of olive oil, 3 egg yolks, a good amount of Parmesan. We use 1/3 of the Parmesan for the cheese mixture, 1/3 of it for this, and then 1/3 of it's gonna go to the topping, as well as that handful of mozzarella. I'll get to that in a second. A little bit of salt, pepper. Then we just want to blend this until smooth. And then using your cheese spoon, because it doesn't matter, it's all going in the same place. We add our cooked meat. Like I said, in my case, it's turkey, but use whatever you like and just get that stirred into your Chef Boyd Brown caramelized onion sauce that, by the way, tastes freaking amazing. You want to get out some sort of a pan or casserole dish, preheat your oven to 400, and then this is how we do this. We take a thin layer of our sauce and we lay it across the bottom just to prevent stuff from sticking. It's just how you do it. It's how lasagna is done. Don't question the nonas. You don't want to make the nonas mad. Trust me. Not that this is by any means an Italian traditional anything, but we're following the process, you know? All right, so with our sauce down, then we put in a layer of noodles, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. So in this pan, it's nice because they go top to bottom. They fit perfectly, but it kind of goes out, which as a lot of casserole dishes do. So you just, you know, maybe you start with 3, maybe you get 3.5 on the next layer, maybe you get 4 across the top layer. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna cook together and it's gonna be friggin' delicious. So then we do another layer of our sauce. And now we're basically just building something like a Lego tower. We're just layering, folks. Man, I haven't played with Legos in a long time. Then we do a layer of cheese. It doesn't have to be perfect, folks. And sometimes the sauce and the cheese kind of start just blending into each other. Just roll with it. It's gonna work. Then we go more noodles. Sauce, cheese, more noodles. We overlapped on this side last time, so I'll do this side this time. And then we do more sauce. You getting it now? Now look, there's no official rhyme or reason to this, but I believe Italians would say the more layers the better, and I think you should have at least 3 layers if you want to call it a lasagna. But I'm only half Italian, so someone could fact check me on that, but I think it sounds about right. And then we're kind of reaching the top, so I'm probably gonna use the rest of our cheese on this layer. Yeah, probably don't lick your fingers, folks, because there's raw eggs in there, but who cares? I don't, but I'm not telling you, you should do that. So we'll do the noodles, one last layer of noodles. You could try to go above the pan, but then you could run into some sticky situations. So then I'm just gonna do a nice, good layer of sauce here. And if you wanna be nitpicky, you could do like half noodles on here and here. It's totally up to you. You do you, boo. That's what I always say, because I'm an idiot. Then we are going to take our mozzarella and our Parmesan that is left. I'm going to combine it. I don't know why, I just feel the need to, because I'm a weirdo. And then we're just gonna sprinkle this on top. I forgot to mention, but you can boil your noodles before you make lasagna. That's perfectly cool. It's what most restaurants probably do. I use the no-bake ones, or the oven-ready ones, whatever you call it. And those have always worked really well with tomato sauce. This is a brand new recipe. I've never tried this, so hopefully it works. So basically you wanna bake this for about 45 minutes to an hour. And you wanna bake it till the cheese is all melted and a little bit golden brown and bubbly on top. And you definitely want it to be bubbling around the edges. So off we go. Oh, this is a heavy lasagna. And here's our guy right out of the oven. So you can see it's a little bit crispier on the edges. I like it that way. If you don't, then make sure and pull it before, or if you see it starting to get crispy during the cook, you can always cover it with some foil and that'll stop the crispiness. But I like it. This is how I like it. So that's how I made it. A couple of tips. If you use these aluminum tin tray things, they are a little bit flimsy and they will collapse, especially with something heavy like a lasagna. The ASMR you can hear is a dog drinking. So if you're using these for something heavy like a lasagna or a baked pasta, I always try to put a sheet pan underneath to give it support so you don't have a horrible accident. That being said, this guy's done, but he's super duper hot, like molten lava hot. So we're just gonna let this cool before we serve. So here's our guy, nice and rested. And honestly, you want to let a lasagna rest at least a half an hour. I would say probably an hour. And then you're going to get nice pieces. If you cut it too early, what you're going to get is as you cut it, the cheese and stuff is just going to kind of melt and mold like a lava flow back into the spot that's empty. Anyways, let it rest. Unless you're hungry, then just eat it. I don't know. All right, so we might as well take a piece here. Not bad. Not bad. And there we have our little piece of lasagna. Look at that. Came out nice, real nice. Now I'll have to taste it. And there we have our caramelized onion lasagna. And it's time for a bite. Cheers. Look, that's really, really good. It's got the sweetness from the onions, but all the flavors of lasagna, and they just work together really, really, really well. So if you like caramelized onions, if you're into like French onion soup, that kind of stuff, and you like lasagna, do yourself a favor, go make this. You will thank me. Go do it out of 10. That's what I think, but hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm all hopped up on joy and chaos. Spent the last 3 hours working on my zoomies, and now I'm just riding the lightning.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
You're all spun up, bud. Well, hey, check it out. We made this caramelized onion lasagna that you wanted us to make, and you know you can't have any. And if I were to make you a dog-friendly version, it would just be cheese and noodles, which you'd probably like. But instead, you got a hot dog. There you go. What are your thoughts, since you didn't actually try it?
I'm sure the lasagna is even more delicious than the whole house smells, but I prefer living. That being said, don't sleep on hot dogs, bro.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
It's not so much what we have in this life that matters. It's what we do with what we have.
Nash approves, I approve. Look, it's a great dish. If you're into these flavors, go make it, give it a try. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second, go like, share, subscribe, hype, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. If there's anything you want me to cook, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. And hey, if you like this video, go check out some of our other awesome videos somewhere around here. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, be good and peace.